guys, what's up? It's your girl, Princess Abby. How has been your weekend or your week? Okay, hope not so stressful. Well, I've got something intriguing for us. Today, I'll be talking about books that I've read, novels, and what I've learned from them. Well, I'll be dealing with the hard copies. And so, if you like novels, books, motivational stories, different kind of journeys like me, stick around and let's get into the video. Oops. You can see my little collection of books. Well, these are all the books that I've managed to read throughout the years. Call me a bookmonger, whatever you're gonna call it. But it has been kind of hobbies that I've done, and it's been wonderful so far. So I'm picking a few books from here, and I'm going to tell you just how much I've learned so far from each of it. So stay tuned and keep watching.
Only one who breathe life into dead and make it rise again. Yes, God takes the old things and makes it brand new. Takes the
Welcome back. So I got my books, and in order not to make the video too long, I'll be talking about these few books that I picked out. And I hope you learn just as much as I did from reading these books.
us a song to sing. Can't keep silent, 'cause there are some that still need to be set free.
Okay, so here's a book. This is one of the series. The one I have here is Five Bodies to Die For. That's the name of the novel, actually. Alright, it talks about a girl. Her name is Carlotta. So here, Carlotta works. She works in a mall, and she's part of the cashiers there. She has a group of friends, especially male. They are they were once interested in her, and so Carlotta, being the woman she is, she had gotten into a series of kind of relationships with them. But at the end of the day, it's just like having an ex and just decided to keep them as friends still. So there's the situation with Carlotta. So there's this particular guy who happens to be her friend, and you know had something to do with her in the past, kind of her ex right now. So he's her friend, and he works in a hospital, in a morgue precisely. He pulls out dead bodies, he washes them, and all that, he takes care of the dead bodies. So there was kind of a case linked to him that he was part of the serial killers. Police cases comes up with different terms like, okay, today you're a suspect, tomorrow this other person is a suspect. That was how it is in this story. But it came around this particular guy who's Carlotta's friend, and he said he wasn't kind of involved in the deaths, but there was so much evidence against him. Carlotta refused to believe it. She was like, no, he couldn't be the person that has been doing the killings, because whilst they were talking about this Carlotta's friend being the serial killer, her dad was kind of being cancelled out of the suspect train. So here, Carlotta says she doesn't believe he's involved in the deaths. But something funny happens. They get to find out that his alibi he used for the last death that happened, he said, I was here. When they checked, he wasn't there. Rather, he was out with a dead body. Whose dead body? The present case being handled by the police. So this book taught me that there's some people you shouldn't trust. no matter how. There's people you shouldn't trust. You can't vouch for people. Like, okay, I know him. Just like Carlotta, she posed a strong opposition. She's like, no, he can't be the serial killer. No, he can't be. With all the evidence, Carlotta refused to believe. And like I said, the book is a series, so there's still a series. I haven't gotten that one. That one is, I think they said the name of that one is Six Bodies to Die For. Alright, not to waste much of our time, here is another. This The title of this book is The Woman Who Won. This talks about um, Kathleen. Uh, Kathleen is an orphan. She's a sickly and languid child. She goes to live with her elder married sister Edna and her husband Henry. And in this new household, far from thriving, she's allowed to sink further into her lethargy by her doting sister. Her only close friend is Henry's brother Claude. Okay, here, Claude is her best friend, and Claude is a male. You know this relationship you have with an opposite sex, and you be like, he's my best friend, she's my best friend. We're not in a romantic relationship, and things seems to be smooth from the outside. At times, it really isn't smooth in the inside because you can't tell me you're best friends with an opposite sex and you've never for once had a feeling of I want us to be more than this. Of course, it happens. Like 90% it happens. It happens. So this is the case with Kathleen. She finally falls in love with Claude, who happens to be her best friend. But Claude, because she didn't tell Claude at the time that, okay, Claude, I think I have feelings for you. She didn't tell him. Claude gets into a relationship with a lady, and Kathleen is left to battle with her feelings. Should I tell him? Should I not tell him? Should I tell him? Should I not tell him? So this is what the story is all about. So what I learned from this book is, if you have an opposite sex as a friend and you have a feeling for him, I wouldn't advise for you to keep such. But some people feel comfortable. They're like, I can't talk with my fellow girl about certain things. I think a guy would understand. All right, anyone, and everybody has their own kind of, you know, um, perspective towards this kind of things. But I got to understand that from this book, you just have to say out your feelings. The battling and everything, and at the end of the day, you get jealous, and when his woman comes, you be like, he's not around, whereas he's around. That's kind of what brings about you becoming the person you're not supposed to be. You becoming that bad person. So if you have feelings for your best friend, I think a word has to be said. That's for this book. Alright, for here, wow, this one is an intriguing story. The book is titled Heartstopper. It's about high school students who are, you know, involved in one drama or the other. So There's this particular girl. Her name is Delilah. She's chubby. Like when I say chubby, she's not really chubby. She's kind of fat. Yeah, Delilah is fat. So being in high school, she has been taunted about her weight. You know, all these high school children be like, oh, we're slim, we're models, we've got friends, we're high class, we can't be involved in relationships with this kind of people who are sometimes called nerds. So this kind of person Delilah is. She's fat, she's been taunted for her weight in school, even by teachers. So it got to her, and she although from the beginning of the story she seemed to be carefree, like I don't care if you're complaining about my weight, if you're taunting me about my weight, she would even laugh over it. But as the story went, deaths were involved, and they found out that it's pretty girls, slim, model like, they were all dying. And people were like, who is involved in these deaths? Delilah would even possibly see a dead body and shout, be like, oh my god, she'll whip a bucket full of tears. At the end of the story, guess what? we discover that Delilah is the killer. She has been the one killing the pretty, slim girls. And when asked, she said, well, they've been taunting me for my weight, and if I couldn't be like them, I had to do away with them. But from the beginning of the story, she seemed open-minded. She wasn't bothered. She was okay with you telling her, Delilah, you're too fat. She was okay. But when we discovered that she was the one killing, oh my god, it wasn't something pleasant. So this book got me thrilled. I was, you know, I was thrilled by reading it, from reading it. Okay, I won't say much about this book. That will be it. You will tell me what you learned from this one. This one is open. I think it's open. It's still based on don't trust anyone, don't trust friends, especially when they seem to be too nice. Okay, maybe I'm saying that. All right, I'll stop here. And this is another book. This is called Nobody True. It talks about a guy who died, left his body, and tells the story from his spirit form. Okay, I won't say much about the story. I'll just tell you about what I learned. This book is an eye opener, actually. It talks about, the way we are humans. We have feelings. If someone hurts you, you feel the pain. Either you react through anger, through tears, through different forms. You show your anger, you show your happiness. We have feelings as humans while in our physical body. But this guy made me understand from this book that spirits don't have feelings. And as they do not have feelings, the issue of saying someone stole my purse and I'm angry, or someone insulted me and I'm angry, I have to revenge, isn't there? He just showed a perspective of peace. Like, we have to have peace. What's the use of being angry at stuffs when we shouldn't be? Things will pass. At the end of the day, where are we going to find ourselves? Someone said it's when you die, you don't take your properties with you. You don't even feel anything. That's what the story talks about, actually. So this is just majorly what it talks about. Then this one, this one is a motivational book. It's written by Joel Austin, Becoming a Better You. I read this novel, motivational book a long time ago, and I still kind of have everything on my head. But I will just play some few parts for you, and you tell me what you understand by. Okay, here is one. Making your words work for you. How many of us has come across this stuff where you say whatever you say comes to pass? Okay. Even in the Christendom, God tells us that there is power in our tongue, life and death. We should choose wisely. Now, many people come across talking things, calling themselves filial without putting meaning to it, whereas they don't know their words are shaping their future. Here, Minister Joel Austin says that he sees too many people today going around with low self esteem, feeling inferior, as if they don't have what it takes. As long as we have that poor self image, we are not going to experience God's best. You will never rise above the image that you have of yourself. If you have that image of, I can't go far in life, my sister, my brother, you won't go far in life. It's just like biting your own tongue with your teeth. You won't go far in life. If you say you're a failure, you're a failure. Yeah, no matter how you are given, you're given that posture, you're being told to speak positive about yourself. Speak positive, it will come to pass. Yeah, maybe you've been speaking positive for the past 1 year, 2 years, and you haven't seen any changes. That doesn't mean you should change your track and say, it's not working, I'm a failure. No, don't say it. Your words actually shape your mind. Yeah, your words actually shape your mind. If you keep on saying you're a success, even if you're failing at things, my sister, my brother, you are a success. Keep on saying those words. Keep on being positive about yourself. And you'll see that things will turn out for good. Okay, here it says, our words set the direction for our lives. Another one says, change the way you speak about yourself and you can change your life. I wouldn't say much, I'm just trying to give summaries of books I've read. I don't want to start teaching because I'll spend your whole data on this video. So I'm going to stop here. I'm going to stop here and I hope you learned something. This is just my way of, you know, showing you a little side of me about my book life. I don't know what the next video is going to be about, but I want you to anticipate and I want you to keep on watching my videos. Please subscribe, please comment, please like and share these videos. You don't know how much it means to me when I see people viewing these videos, and it's wonderful. You guys are the best. I love you all. So, till next time, see you again in my next video. Say hi to Penny. Okay, don't mind his outfit. Just see you next time.